Good morning and welcome back to Frugal Outdoors with myself, Dylan. And it's comp morning, not comp night. It's mega early. It's 5:15. Left the house at like 5:45 this morning. Got called out and I've got my spot. So we're down at Atherfield. It's not really Atherfield, but access is through Shepherds chine. And it's a beautiful morning. Quite chilly, but I've got my shorts on. So hopefully the sun will be out later. And we can catch some wrasse, which is a target species. So fingers crossed we can get some. There's fish bubbling. A couple of the guys have chucked some feathers out. And it's all little schoolie bass at the moment. There's some fish just moving right in front of me as well right now. So hopefully might be able to get some mackerel later, which would be epic for the barbecue. So I'm going to continue getting set up, show you the way down, and then I'll bring you back, show you my rigs, and we'll be about ready to start. Right, well we're all set up. We've got 2 minutes to go, so I'll quickly go through my rigs and the bait I'm using today. And hopefully we can get into some fish. I've never weighed in on this comp. I've fished it twice and I haven't weighed in. I've caught fish, but they've never been in size. So hopefully this time is my time. Let's have a look. Right, so I am fishing super light today. I've got my bass rod. And I've got a 6-foot Abu Garcia enticer. It's an older rod, but I absolutely love it. It was donated to me, and I really like it. This is what Daisy caught smooth end on the other day, and it's ideal for light, just walking about. You know, this is a long old walk to get down there, so I wanted it to be light. So I've got my small tripod, got a set of feathers there, hanging, just ready to go. On the bass rod, I'm trying a new rig. It's nothing fancy, it's completely the opposite if I'm honest. It's literally got a knot there for a snood, another knot there, I think they call them mackerel knots or something, for a snood. These have got size 2s on. That's got a rag, that's got rag tipped with a crab leg. And it's got I'm using a rotten bottom today. So basically this is all £40 and this is £15. So the idea is that will hook up onto there so I can cast with the weight of my rig, and then when that hits the bottom that will drop off. If it does get snagged, I'll lose that lead. That's the idea anyway. Hopefully I won't lose them, but if I do, I've brought plenty of them. And then on the bigger rod, which I'm going to punch at a bit more distance, this has got a gripper but only a 4 ounce, so I'm not going to be whacking it today. It's a Wessex rig. So this is on the running ledge of the bottom one, and you've got a snood there, but I've clipped it, and that's got half a crab on that. These are size 1s, and that's half a crab on that. I think they're size 1s anyway. Yeah, and hopefully this will pick out a bigger one, and that will pick out something to weigh in, and we'll have a go for something bigger. Like I say, it's definitely bass out there, so this will pick up a bass anyway. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get something. Got my baby tripod today, so there's going to be a lot of bending down and showing all my massive wrasse like that. But let's get these out. Well, that didn't go according to plan at all. That first cast was rubbish. Yeah, so I've got no grippers on the right hand rod, grippers on the left, and we'll just see. I've got plenty of lead. It's all light stuff. The heaviest lead I've got is 4 ounces. Like I say, so I've got peeler shore crab, and I've got some hermit crabs, and I've got some rag. So I'm hoping a mixture of those, tiny bits of crab, if I got to chop them right up, you know. Hopefully something should see me get a fish. But let's see what happens. First chuck. There we go, as you can see there, look. It sort of, the line came off my my rotten bottom, so I've lost the lead, but you can see they're getting stripped. I had a nice little bite on it actually, but that's only been out there for about 15-20 minutes. So I think I could be in the right spot, just got to try and get the fish out. There we go. I literally just cast that out. It's only small. I think, I've got a feeling it's a little ballan wrasse. I'm going to go and ask Tom in a minute. So if it is a ballan, it's not in size, but I will measure it and just double check. Ah, gutted. Yeah, so I think it was a little ballan, and it was only 21 centimeters. Our size is 23 for a ballan and 20 for a corkwing. So I was hoping it was a corkwing, but it wasn't. I kind of knew it wasn't from the start. But yeah, it's a good sign now. I've had a couple of bites and I've had a fish. So if we can just get one 2 centimeters bigger, then we can weigh in. I'm going to change that crab one now. Getting a few little taps on the crab, but nothing. But it's all been on the worm. And I'm using a, after I snap that one off, I thought I'd give it a go using a spark plug. But it's definitely moving around in the tide, which can only be a good thing, I suppose. But I just can't wait for that sun just to get round those cliffs, because it's cold. But yeah, it won't be long. Right, time for a quick little update. The sun is still not around here. It's not very far away. There's a few fish coming out now, which is really nice. I'd say unfortunately mine wasn't big enough, but I think the biggest one at the moment is 2.5 pounds, which is a lovely size wrasse. So well done, Ross. So I need to pull my finger out because Ross is top and I'm second. And at the moment he's thrashing me. So yeah, just need that one fish. I just want to weigh in, to be honest. Like, so I've never weighed in this comp, so it'd just be really nice to just weigh in one time. But we'll keep plugging away. We're nearly 2 hours in. We've got another hour and a half, I think, to the top of the tide. We're fishing basically 3 hours up, 3 hours down, give or take, something like that. So hopefully I can get something. There's loads of fish jumping out there, but they're all too far out. I've brought some feathers and I've brought some lures, so if they do come in close, I'll quickly switch over and see if I can't pick something up. Ooh. Just moving the camera and I just had a bite. I don't even know if I can see the... If you guys can see the... There we go. Hopefully it'll go again. Oh, mate, that could be best Bessie right there. Yeah, super bright, isn't it? Quickly show it and it'll weigh it. Well, it's not a target, but it's a fish. It's a three-bearded rockling. You can tell by the spots on it. It's a beauty size though. So we'll weigh that little puppy. Super chuffed. Look at that. Massive gobs on them. Bit of crab that was. Wicked. Ah, there we go. Super chuffed. So, goes to show that rotten bottom really worked. Because, so bright. Sun. Ah, sorry. Yeah, that rotten bottom, it was snagged straight away. And I managed to pull the lead, so the lead left the lead in the water, but managed to land a fish. And I've weighed in, so I'm super chuffed. I've just got to log it in now, got it right in the book. So I'm going to try and hit that same spot, because there's obviously a snag, it's obviously a snaggy area. Hopefully we can get the wrasse. The wrasse is the 5 points, but I'm on the board now. But I could just really do with the wrasse. But yeah, bonus. Ah, well, not a lot to report really. Fishing's pretty slow. I mean, I've weighed in, Ross has weighed in, I think Steve's weighed in up there as well. I think there's like 10, 11 of us down here today, which is not a bad turnout really for the early morning start. And now it's glorious. This will be coming off in a bit. But yeah, it'd just be really nice to get a wrasse. Like I said, that is the target species. And I've had one, it's just undersized. But you'd think with all the worm and crab and everything that I've got going out there, I would have had a decent one by now. Varying, basically what I'm doing, obviously because I've got the polarized glasses, I'm having a look around, see if I can see the dark spots, which is obviously where the rocks are and the little bit of reef and stuff. And I'm basically just trying to lob it into that. Hence I've lost a rig and I've lost 2 leads. But hopefully, like I say, I can get a wrasse. I think we're about halfway through now. Still plenty of time. The tide isn't up to the top yet, so we've still got another maybe an hour of the push. So I thought it was going to be earlier, but yeah, 1 wrasse. That's all I want. 1 wrasse. Oh, so I just recast, literally landed on a shoal of something, everything jumped as soon as it landed. I don't really want to take the baits out because they're both fresh baits out there, but I am going to bring a rod in and just chuck some feathers out and see if I can't pick something up. Oh, that's a bugger, I just missed that one. It bit while I was holding it, but it must have been really small. Basically, I'm running out of worm in all honesty. So I'm just putting worm on one hook, crab on the other. And yeah, it was going for the worm. Apart from that, I mean, I've had that rockling, but I've had barely any bites on the crab whatsoever. But hopefully I can get one. Well, that tide's turned finally. So hopefully it'll you know, the fish activity will pick up, because there has not been a lot. There's not been many fish weighed in. I've been getting some little rattles, like little taps on the, I feel like it's on the worm baits, but yeah, it's just slow. I was just chatting to Tom, and it's a really good tide today. It's quite a big tide, and we got some colour in the water as well, so you'd think the conditions would be pretty good for some fish. But yeah, just not happening at the moment. But we've got an hour and 45 minutes left, so there's still time, Wow, we are slowly getting to the end of the comp. So I want to make sure I use up all my bait. Like I say, I've literally got one worm left. I've been saving it really. I'm going to cut it in half, put it on the smaller rig. But this is one that's going to go out next. So that's a whole shore peeler on that hook, which is on the bottom hook of the running ledger, the Wessex. And then I've got a whole. Well, I've chopped all the claws, the big claws and stuff, and the legs off the hermit, and that's the whole hermit on there. And hopefully we can get something. Like I say, very, very few fish have been landed, so that's the only bonus. I should be able to, I'm just going to stay second, and I should be able to stretch my legs out a bit. And I'm missing the next comp, so Isle of Wight Festival is on. So that is going out in about 10 minutes. Oh, right, well, we're down to, let's go that way, shall we, so there's sunshine. Last hour, and yeah, still no more bites. Yeah, it's been pretty slow. We've got a seal out in front of us now as well. I've been trying to get it on camera, but every time I get the camera out he dives, and then he pops up when I'm not ready. Loads of fish activities, loads of fish moving around in the sea. Loads of bass. Probably just schooling bass, I don't think it's mackerel, not sure. But yeah, no more fish. I've got one crab left. I've got two baits ready to go, and then I've got one crab which will split into two, and that'll be another bait. So basically I've got 3 more baited rigs, and then that'll be me done. But yeah, gotta have another wrasse. Still time, there's an hour, so just under an hour. So you never know, it might happen yet. Yeah, we haven't got long now, and like I say, I've got that one crab left which I've just peeled. Gonna bait up one more rig, the other 2 are out now. And yeah, just leave them in there to the end. It's pretty dire to be honest, but anyway, that's fishing, but we did weigh in, so win. Well, there we go. We've still actually got about 10 minutes to go, but I'm going to pack down. Kids and my mum are over at the moment, so I'm going to pack everything down so I can leave and get back. So we did hit the target species. It was undersized, which is a little bit disappointing, but we did manage to weigh in, which I'm super chuffed about. Like I said before, I've done this comp twice before and I've never weighed in, so at least this time I have. and it was a lovely colour on that three-bearded rockling. The colour was beautiful, real like peachy orange. Yeah, so I think I might have got best specimen with that one. I've retained second place, but I just haven't taken first. Not yet, but I'm not fishing the next one, like I said. So, yeah, thanks for all your support as always. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy what you're seeing, then please do subscribe. And until the next one, please take care, stay safe, and maybe see you out there. Cheers.